Okay, this is going to be the next video on series and sequences. Okay, let me move this camera just a little closer. All right. Okay, so you should have your formula sheet for last time. This says find the following sum. So we're starting to get into the series part. Okay, so sum means series. Okay, you'll see these little addition or subtraction signs. All right. That stands for series, okay? So we're totaling up the sum of the entire sequence, okay? All right, now, just like before, the first thing you have to always figure out, if they don't tell you, is it arithmetic or geo? Okay, that's the biggest thing, you gotta know that, all right? So, let's go ahead and do these, okay? It says find the sum of the following series, okay? All right, so what we have here, okay, I would look at this as I'm adding 12, I'm adding 12. So this one is arithmetic, okay? There are two formulas, all right, for how to find the series and the sequence, or find the series, okay? The formula of this, 2 times a1 plus n minus 1, okay, times d, okay? This is great if you know the number of terms, the first, and the difference, okay? If you know those, okay, that one is going to be a piece of cake, okay? All right. So the other one we'll get into probably next class is if you know the first term and the last term. All right. So since they tell me 15, my n is 15. Okay. My a1 is 9. All right. And the n, the number of terms, we already talked about that. The difference, that's going to be 12. Okay. So what I would have here is 15 over 2. Okay. Times 2 times 9 plus 15 minus 1 times 12. Okay? All right? You want to do a little bit of the calculations here, okay? All right? Prior to typing all that stuff into the calculator. All right? So that's 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. Okay? 2 times 9 is 2 times 9 is 18. 15 minus 1 is 14. Okay, so I'd have 18, I'd have 7.5, all right, times parentheses 18 plus, okay, 14 times 12, all right, and close it. That's 1395, okay? All right, if you wanted to do that calculation too of 14 times 12, all right, a 168 plus 18, as you can see, the numbers still work out. Your calculator will do order of operations for you. So if you do the first term and the last term, all right, you can do that. All right, now let's look at this one. Okay, difference of this is 8, difference of this is 16. So this is a geo. Okay, so I need to find the r, which is second divided by first. So 16 divided by 8, my pattern is times 2. Okay. All right, the formula, okay, the formula that you can use for this, all right, now, very simply, A1, okay, is our first term. R we've already found, which was 2. The number of terms they want me to find is 11, okay? So that's actually pretty simple, okay? So I do 8 times 1 minus 2, all right, to the 11th power, okay? Then 1 minus 2, okay? Now, what I would do first is I'd figure out the numerator, then I'd figure out the denominator. Make sure you put your R with parentheses. Okay, so the top part is negative 16 376. The bottom part is -1. So all you gotta do is divide those. 16,376. Okay? Alright, pretty simple from that standpoint. Alright, let's do 2 more together. Alright, so this one, this is going to be a difference of 6, difference of 6. So this is arithmetic. Okay, so Sn equals 27 over 2 times 2 times my A1 is 95 plus 27 minus 1 times -6. Okay, all right, I might do a little bit of arithmetic here. Okay, 27 divided by 2 is 13.5. Okay, 2 times 95 is 190 plus 26 times -6. Okay, so 13.5 parentheses 190 plus 26 times -6, double close. That's 459 for the sum. Okay, this one difference would be minus 200. This is minus 100. So obviously this is going to be GO. All right, I'm going to do 200 divided by 400. Okay, to get my R. Okay, all right, 200 over 400 is a half. Okay, so my formula, I'm doing S13. So I got 400 times 1 minus a half to the n to the 13th power. Make that clear. All over 1 minus a half. Okay. Once again, I'm going to do the top part first of this. So 400 parentheses 1 minus a half to the 13 and close it. Okay, that's 3995. Okay, all right, and then I can just divide that by 1 minus a half. Okay, so you get about 79.90. Okay, I would avoid, even if you did 399 point, you wrote 399.951. Okay, figured out what the bottom was. It's probably, I probably should keep this consistent so we're not getting confused. All right, 1 minus a half. Okay, that's 0.5. And then I've divided those. Okay, yep, that gives me the same result. All right, so stay consistent with that. Okay, all right. So what I like you guys to do is go ahead and try these two. Okay, this one difference is 12, difference is 60. So this is clearly a GO. So I would do R would be 15 divided by 3, which would be 5. That's a multiplication of 5 for the pattern. Okay, I'm finding the sum of 12. So I got 3 times 1 minus 5 to the 12th power, all over 1 minus 5. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and find the top. 3 times 1 minus parentheses around my ratio. All right, so the top part is negative 734, 242, 1872. All right, 1 minus 5, it's going to be -4. So basically I divide 421, 872 divided by -4. So I get 1831, 05468. Okay, all right, this one, okay, I'm doing -6, -6, -6, so this is arithmetic. All right, I'm doing S21, so 21 over 2 times 2 times my first term, which is 104, plus 21 minus 1 times negative 6. Okay? Once again, I would like to do 21 divided by 2, which is 10.5. Okay? 2 times 104, all right, is 208, plus 20 times negative 6. Okay? Depending on how good your calculator is, you might not have to even do any reducing. Okay? All right? 208 plus 20 negative 6. Close it. All right, 924. That would be your sum. Okay? All right? Moving on, we're going to move on to infinite series. Now, there's an infinite series formula that says the infinite series is equal to A1 divided by 1 minus R. Okay? You put parentheses there. Now, the key thing is that the absolute value of R has to be less than 1. Here is why. If you have an infinite series, what does infinite mean? It goes on forever. If the numbers are bigger, if they were bigger than 1, the ratio, the numbers would just keep getting bigger and bigger. There would be no stopping point. Now, what you'll see in these is the idea of this infinite series. It's like a limit. It will get, the numbers will get smaller and smaller and smaller, and you'll get a better approximation. Okay? Now, this is only for geo. Okay? It's only for geo. All right? So even if you were to try that out, the difference of that is 8. Obviously, that's not that. So my R is going to be 2 divided by 10. Okay? 2 divided by 10, which is 1/5. Okay? All right? So I got sum of the infinite would be equal to my first term divided by 1 minus 1/5. Okay? Now, I would go ahead and figure out what 1 minus 1/5 would be. Okay? All right? That's going to be 4/5. So I got 10 divided by 4/5. Okay? Probably the easier calculation would be just do 10 divided by, put parentheses, 1 minus 1/5, and then just double close. All right, that's 12.5. All right, if I figure out what 10 divided by 4/5, you can do it either way. It's 12.5, okay? So, all right, pretty simple. You gotta make sure your ratio just is low enough, okay? So obviously this is 16 and that's not 16. So R is 24 divided by 40. 24 divided by 40 is, all right, 3/5. Okay, so S sub would be 40 divided by 1 minus 3/5. Okay, so 40 divided by 1 minus 3 divided by 5, double close. All right, 100 would be the sum. Okay, so infinite series, pretty easy. The ratio just has to be less than 1, absolute value of that. Okay, so what I would like you guys to do is I would like you to try these infinite series. Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right, so obviously this is not arithmetic, this is geo. 24, that's not 24. Okay, so my R is equal to 6 divided by 30. 6 divided by 30 is 1/5. Okay, so I got my sum of my infinite series is equal to 30 divided by 1 minus 1/5. Okay, all right, 30 divided by 1 minus 1/5. That's 37.5. Okay, this one, difference would be 30, difference would be 15. This is my R, 30 over 60 is a half. Okay, so I got my infinite series would be 60 divided by 1 minus 1/2. Okay, so 60 divided by 1 minus 1/2. That's 120. Okay, all right, moving on. All right, given the sum, find the number of terms of the geometric series. Okay, so what they're giving us is the sum. We sort of did these last time with, when they give us the last term, now we're giving us the sum, okay? So, what you have to do is you have to look at your sum formula. And that sum formula basically says this, A1 times 1, all right, to the 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r, okay? Now, what you have to do, okay, all right, we're going to need some things in here. We don't know the n, so we need the sum, which we got is 25971. I got my first term, which was 8. All right, I need the r, so that's going to be, when it says A2 and A1, so what I would do is 14 divided by 8 would give me what that would be. So 14 divided by 8 is 7/4, okay? So I got 1 minus 7/4 to the n power, okay? All right, and then on here I got 1 minus 7/4, okay? All right, now, here's how you end up handling this algebraically. I want to basically find n, okay? I want to basically find n. So there's a number of ways you can do this, okay? What I would do is I would get rid of this 8 first, okay? So I'm going to divide all sides by 8, okay? So I got 259.71 divided by 8, okay? That's 36.96375, okay? So then I got this over here. Okay, all right, I got 1, all right, minus, all right, 7/4 to the n power, okay? Now, on this bottom, I'm gonna go ahead and figure out what that's going to be. So 1 minus 7/4 is going to be -3/4, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross multiply my -3/4 times that. So 36.9375 times -3/4. Okay? Now, if you want to get a decimal, if that's easier for you, you can. So, well, that one doesn't let me do it. Okay, so I got -27.722. Let me move this up here. This is getting, I should have written that way up there. So I got -27.72 to 8125 equaling now this 1 minus 7/4 to the n power. Okay? Now, all I'm going to do is subtract a 1. Okay? So if I subtract a 1, all right, -28.72 equals -7/4 n. Now, very simply, if I just divide, this is like a -1. If I divide by -1, that just makes this 28.7228125. Okay, 7/4 n. All right. Now, this is where I get down to sort of the guess and check part. Okay. All right, I'm going to move that like that so you guys can see it. Okay. So now this just gets down to the guess and check part, where I just want to do 7/4 and like guess to find out what I got there. Let's say I put 4. That didn't work. Okay. Let's say I put 8. Okay, that's too many. Let's say I put 7. That's too many. Let's say I put 6. That's right. So n is 6. Okay? All right, so that's how you do those problems algebraically. Okay, let's do another one together. Okay, so what I would have is 513 equaling, let me put that same formula. So we got 3, 1, okay, minus r, okay. All right, now, how am I going to find my r? All right, A2, -6, okay, divided by 3, okay. -6 divided by 3 is -2, okay. So I got parentheses -2 to the n power, all right, all over 1 minus -2, okay. All right, what I would do first is I would divide this 3 out, divide by 3, okay. So 513 divided by 3 is 171, okay. All right, I'd also figure out what this part is on the bottom, all right. That's going to be 1 minus -2, which is 3, okay. And I got 1 minus -2, the n power. I'm gonna cross multiply that. 171 times 3 is 513. We got 1 minus negative 2 to the nth power. I'm going to subtract a 1. So I get 512 equals negative. All right. Then I would just, this is like a negative 1. So I divide by negative 1. So I got negative 12 equals negative 2 to the nth power. All right. Now, what do I want to do with that? I want to guess and check. All right. Negative 2 to the 5th. Nope. Negative 2 to the 7th. Nope. Negative 2 to the 9th. That's my answer. So n is 9. So you're just doing some algebraic manipulation to the point where you can solve those. Okay? All right? Let's go ahead and give you guys these two to try. Okay? All right? So what I would do, this would be 5, 8, 5, 9, 0. Okay? Equals, all right? Bad. Let me just move this. Let me move this sum up here. Sum 5, 8, 5, 9, 0. Okay. Move this so I can work a little bit better. And then sum 3, 1, 4, 5, 7, 2, 5. Okay. So I just have more room. Bad board space. Okay. So 5, 8, 5, 9, 0 equaling my first term of 3. Okay. All right. 1 minus my r to the n. All right. 1 minus my r. Okay. Now let's figure out r. That would be 15 divided by 3, which would be 5. So 5 and 5. Okay. So once again, I would divide out this 3 here. Okay. So 5, 8, 5, 9, 0 divided by 3. Okay. 19,530. Okay. Is 1 minus 5 to the n. Let's figure out what this is. 1 minus 5. I think we should be able to figure that out. It's negative 4. I would cross multiply that 19,530 times negative 4. Okay, that's negative 78120. I got 1 minus 5 to the n power. Okay, so subtract my 1, subtract 1. Okay, so I would subtract 1 from that. Negative 78121 equals negative 5 to the n. Okay, divide by negative 1. I got 5 to the n equaling 78121. I don't feel like this is right. Okay, I don't think this is right. Let's go 6. No, let's go 7. No, yeah, that was wrong somewhere. That's what it should be, is 7. Let me change the number here real quick. What am I off? I'm off 4. So that should have been 94 to start. So sorry for those doing this at home for the first time. This would be a 4. Oh geez, that's not right either. I need to get 12 more in there. So, good. Let's see if this works. Plus 12. If I divide by 3, does that give me what I need? 34. 34. All right, let's go on to the other one. I'll fix this in class. All right, I don't want to go through the video too much longer. Okay, so I got 3, 1, 4, 5. Oh gosh, is that 7, 2, 5? Oh goodness. All right, so I got 3. Okay, this would be 1 minus. My r would be 6 divided by 3, which would be 2. Okay, all right, and this would be 1 minus 2. All right, I would divide everything by 3 at first. I don't think that's right either. Do it. What do I have down here? 5725, yeah. All right, 3145725 divided by 3, okay, 104875, no, 575. Okay, all right, this would be -1, this is 1 minus 2 to the n, okay, I would cross multiply that, all that's going to do is keep that negative, then I would subtract a 1, okay, all right, so I got -1048575 minus 1, okay, all right. And then, because of that, I'm going to divide by -1, so skip that step. So 1048576, 2 to the nth power. So I'm just going to guess on that. Let's say it's 15. It's not enough. Let's say it's 20. Okay, and that's it. That's 20. All right, and I'll fix that one in class. Okay, we'd like to get this done in the next few minutes. Okay, this is sigma. Here's what this means. This means this is your start and this is your finish. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to substitute 2 in for there. Okay, then I want to substitute 3. Then I want to substitute 4. And then I want to substitute 5. And this is the number you finish at. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all those numbers together. Okay. So 3 times 2 plus 7 is 13. 3 times 3 plus 7 is 16. 3 times 4 plus 7 is 19. 3 times 5 times 7, or plus 7, is 22. And I add all those together. 13, 16, 19, and 22. That would be 70. Okay? So that's what you do with this. Okay, this one I would do 3 squared minus 4, then 4 squared minus 4, then 5 squared minus 4, then 6 squared minus 4, and then 7 squared minus 4. Okay, get these results, okay, and add them up. All right, so 3 squared minus 4 is 5. Okay, that'd be 16, just to speed this up. 16 squared would be 12. 25 minus 4 would be 21. It's not right. Hold on. 12. 21, no, I was right. This would be 45. Okay? Add all those together. 5 plus 12 plus 21 plus 32 plus 45 is 115. Okay? All right, moving on to this next one. So what I would do is 6, 2 to the 1 minus 1, 6, 2 to the 2 minus 1, 6, 2 to the 3 minus 1, and 6, 2 to the 4 minus 1. Now, when I got these exponents, I'm just going to actually figure out that calculation. That's 0, all right, that's 2 to the first, that's 2 to the second, and that's 2 to the third. I'm going to do that so I just don't make an error with that. Okay, so 6, 2 to the 0, 6, 2 to the first. So I got 6, and then 4, okay. I got less than a minute. 6, 2 squared is 24, and then 6, 2 to the third is 48, and then add all these together. That should be, no, I'm sorry, that should be 12. Okay, so 6 plus 12 plus 24 plus 48 is 90. Okay, so go ahead and pause your video. Go ahead and work on these, okay, that I'm about to show you. Okay, in class we will go over the answers. My video is out of time.